Hey everybody, I hope that you're all doing well. The way that this reading is going to work is that we will see who the first zodiac sign is that comes out, and that's who the reading will be for. If a zodiac sign does not come out, then this will be a collective reading. We're starting off with Page of Pentacles. I'm using the Fountain Tarot for this reading. We also have Five of Swords, and Nine of Swords, and Knight of Swords. Just reading this intuitively, you may be trying to help someone. You may be trying to offer help or offer assistance to someone, and they may not be receptive to it. It's not because it's not helpful, but this seems more like they could be... It's giving like scared animal vibes to me. With this Page of Pentacles, generally we have something to offer. This is seen as being helpful, like, hey, I can help you out with this. Let me assist you. But having this is somebody that's not really a receptive party. So you see this person offering that. Five of Swords is known as being like kind of shut down. My heart is not open to this. So it's not really a reflection of this. Everybody's in a place that's reflective of their own inner state. If this one is you over here, you can be in a place where you're like willing to give and willing to show up, even if it's just something small. Usually it is. With the Page of Pentacles, it's not something grandiose. It's just like, hey, I can pick that up for you, or I could go run out and do this. It's like, or like give you an ear, or like maybe give you some advice about this. It's going to be something small like that. But even that small gesture, whoever this is that you're dealing with, I'm seeing them not really be in a great place, which is reflective of this is somebody that can be in a place, where there's inner conflict that they are experiencing and they feel scared. And so even though you can be showing up and being like, oh, I was in an energy that I feel like was like helpful or was loving or supportive, the way that this person is responding to you, again, it's reflective of their own inner state. They're going through something right now, and they may be very quick to respond, but it's more a reaction to something that they're already experiencing inward, and you may be kind of like creating a situation that's allowing them to express this thing that they're feeling. And even though it's a projection of their own energy, that may be landing on you right now. So maybe if you showed up with another person and you're like, why are they being like this? Like, did I do something wrong? I'm not seeing that be the case. It feels like whatever this person is going through right now, they're having a really hard time. They feel scared. Nine of Swords is a card that indicates when we are feeling a lot of anxiety and we can feel fearful about things, but then the Five of Swords, it can come out in a way that can be not receptive. Sometimes it can be aggressive. Sometimes it can be kind of mean. Sometimes it can be kind of just like, it doesn't really match the vibe of what's going on or what you would maybe expect. You know, it can be something where it's like, you're trying to be helpful and you can have somebody that you feel like they're like taking something out on you. That can be the way that it feels. Or they can just be saying something where it's like, I feel like I don't think that there's necessarily a way that you could show up to manufacture things in a way where you would like necessarily get a different response from this person. I think the lesson is to not take this personally and to also not be reactive to them being in this space. Like, this doesn't have to bring, if you're the Page of Pentacles here, this doesn't have to bring you down. Okay, so even though we're just going to assign you as being the Page of Pentacles, energies can be reversed. even though I'm seeing what you have to offer, like really be something here, which if this person were receptive, it would probably be beneficial to them. And it would probably be a type of support that they actually feel like they're lacking right now. So overall, I see that if this person was in a different space where it's like they were drinking the water that they've been led to, this could be beneficial to them, but you can't force somebody to be in a space where they're open. Now, where I'm seeing this person be and what's going on with them is that having Five of Swords above King of Wands, this person can feel a lot of pressure and responsibility. They can feel like they're on their own to do something, and they can actually be very resentful of that. Whether they got themselves in this situation or not, there's a lot of fear of like, I have to do this and I don't know if I can do this. I have to show up, and then like, what if something goes wrong and I'm not able to do that? Like this person can be feeling very, very insecure about what they're going through right now, like the position that they're in, and it can be coming through. The way that somebody channels the Five of Swords energy will differ depending on the person. Like for some of you guys, it can be maybe the person is being short with you. Maybe they're being like a little bit inconsiderate. Maybe you feel like they're just not listening to you, or they're not present to you. It can really range, but whatever it is, it will feel like you can't really get through to them. But yeah, depending on the person, like some may be more outgoing in the way that they express it. Others, it can be like they're kind of just shutting down and you can't really get through to them. So it really just depends on the person, how they channel the energy. But yeah, I see this person feeling like, I don't know, maybe something's going on and they don't feel completely okay with the situation that they're in, and then they're like worried about that, because it can be something where they're gonna really have to figure out whatever this is now. I see it having to do with a new chapter. Maybe you're also like somehow involved in this too. Yeah, I'm seeing there be like so much concern about the future and about what's going to be happening, but it's not in a place where this person that you're dealing with, they're not thinking about the future and feeling hopeful about it. They can be very focused on ideas that are connected with like things going wrong, or them like not being able to show up. It has to do specifically with basically like what's going to be required of them in the cycle, and a lot of anxiety that's associated with what exactly is going to be required of them. And when we have the King of Wands, this can be somebody where it's like on them to be taking care of things, and that they have to be the one to support themselves through. King of Wands is more of an independent energy, and even though you can come through and provide kind of like a sidekick element of support to this person, and if they were receptive, it would be helpful. I feel kind of like, I feel like they're in a space where it's not gonna register with them. It's kind of, it's like if you're in a different register, and what the message of like the voice that comes out, it can only be received to receptive ears, okay? This all has to do with the throat chakra. You are speaking in a register that this person, their ears spiritually, they cannot hear you. And even though they have the capacity to, because of the frequency that they're at, they cannot hear you. And so it's not really going to make sense to them. Like you'll be talking and they're just not picking it up because you're in a different register than they are. So they can't really hear. Where they are is in a place where it's very much connected with fear, but your energy is not connected with fear. And so you guys almost like can't reach one another. I mean, you can like see where this person is, but it's kind of like they're not close enough to you to be able to hear you. You guys get what I mean? So that's what's going on with them. So they're kind of like they've put themselves, and this isn't making up their own, but it can be very unconscious the way that people do this. They've kind of put themselves on an island. And so the energetic difference between you and this person, it doesn't matter like what you're saying, they're not close enough within the frequency to be able to like really to feel you, to hear you. So that's where they are. So this is also somebody too that, like, we have the Ace of Cups looking at the Nine of Swords. This is somebody that you have just like the pure potential even of something that this person will project their fears onto, and so they're not really even like seeing things as they are. It's very subjective as far as their point of view right now. And then they can shut down and not really want to, I don't know, it can be something where maybe they don't want to talk. Yeah, for those of you that you have a closer relationship with this person or something's going on, I feel like you may not be hearing from them, or maybe harder to connect with them or like have conversations with them. But specifically in the form of like having intimacy and connection, I feel like even though there's a new chapter that's beginning, that seems like it involves both of you guys, it seems like you're kind of in two different spaces, and even though your energy is receptive to theirs, they can't hear you. So it's just about that. But I'm also seeing Temperance on the bottom of the deck. So I would say that this person, they can be feeling like pretty triggered by the things that their fears and the things that they're scared about right now. But with Temperance, it can indicate that this is just like a momentary thing, you know? Like this person, maybe like once they ground, they come back, they'll be able to hear you again. But it can just be about like letting them go through the process that they need to. I think as the Page of Pentacles, if this is you, it can be really difficult to watch somebody go through this because you see them suffering unnecessarily. Like if they could just see from where I'm seeing, like they wouldn't be feeling like this. But I think this is also understanding that we need to allow people to go through the processes that they go through. And this person can wake up out of this and be like, you know what, this feels horrible. I don't want to be thinking like this anymore. I feel so scared. I feel so freaked out. And so I'm going to allow to like change the narrative here in some way. And then you guys can connect once again. So I think with Temperance, the advice can just be to be patient and to not try to like force or coax this person out of a space. Again, it's like a scared animal. You have to let the scared animal come to you. You don't want to be like trying to shove food in its face or whatever when it's like really freaked out and just unstable, you know? I feel like you need to give this some space, give it some like room to breathe, even like be disinterested in this, and then kind of see this person come around. Because what they don't need right now is more pressure. They're already feeling a lot of pressure, and I think that if you're forcing something on them, they're going to start feeling paranoid even subtly that you want something from them, and they already feel like they can't show up with what's expected from them. So I think you doing that, they're going to feel like even more pressure, and it just doesn't seem like the thing to do. But then it seems overall like they're actually going to come around, but you need to back off is really what this seems like. And then sort of see where things go and what unfolds. So it's not like you don't need to be getting mad at this person. You have every right to feel however you feel. It's valid. You don't need to be getting mad. You don't need to react to this person. You don't need to throw your hands up and say like, whatever, I'm never talking to you again. Whatever it is, this just feels like you need to be patient, let this person go through their process. If you're in a place where you can connect with that and understand with that, it's going to be like you're going to get a better result from this situation. But I would say definitely do not be pressuring this person, because even if they're not saying it, because this person can be in a space With Five of Swords and King of Wands, they cannot be opening up to you emotionally. So maybe you have no idea until you like really start feeling into the energy and you're like, what's behind that? And you can see they just feel scared. You know, they feel shut down. They're having like a loss of energy right now. A lot of their energy is kind of like escaping through the throat chakra. There's just like an imbalance that's happening with them right now. And then things are going to come back into a place of balance, and then things will be able to resume, but you have to let things get to the place where they can resume again. Don't be trying to force anything. It's just going to make matters worse, and it doesn't need to do that. So if you're looking at this and being like, how can I be most helpful to this person right now and be most supportive? Give them some space. Or it can just be like, stand where you are, but not in a way where you're making this person feel like they're cornered. You don't want to do that to them right now. So yeah, that's why you can be like, why aren't they receptive? I don't really understand, because I know that like what I have to offer could like really be helpful, or it's genuine, it's pure, something like that. You just have to wait until they're receptive once again, and then things can move forward. But yeah, don't take this personally. It's not a personal thing. They're going through their own thing. You happen to be having an interaction with this person. But yeah, definitely don't take it personally. All right, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting and tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.